Rolling, yes. Well, you know what? Ain't no formal introduction to this shit.
Oh my God. Okay, we're
No,
gonna
this
kick
is
it off
the
like
first
that.
episode.
Okay.
Now, this is the very first episode of the Trio podcast.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Straight up.
For real.
Clank, clank.
It's been a very long time coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you know, I'm with my friends, like real
supposed to
friends,
sip
though.
once you
Excuse
ride.
me. Okay, wait.
Have some class.
We didn't even do from the bottom to the top. So
No, we
did
didn't.
time.
It's fine.
Bottom to the
Hold
top
it,
here.
right. Okay.
Yeah, like, for real friends. Real friends.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Real friends.
Right.
There's some real shit right here.
Right.
This is 17, 18 plus
Definitely
years.
close to a dub. Definitely close
We hit
to
the
a
dub. Yeah. And I don't know who came up with the name Trio, but shout out to you. Thank you. We appreciate that.
We need to figure that out. That's really, really important.
That's important.
If anybody knows, if you feel that you are the originator of the brand at the Dave Trio, please hit us up. Let us know.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, I told y'all I have an idea. I swear I think it's Tyrus.
You know, you might be right because when she just said it, I'm like, damn, was it Tyrus? Like, it kind of feel like it could
Hey,
have been.
cupcakes.
Shout out to
Right.
T. Lindsay.
Right. So it kind of feel like it could have been him. It's between him and somebody else, but.
Okay, so
We'll
whoever
just
you
go.
are, yes, hit us up. Let us know.
Hit us
Slide in our
up.
DMs.
Yeah.
But most people know me, I guess, as Chrissy. That's the industry.
And
Can I finish? So I feel like that's the surface. Those are like, you know, now that I'm into music, now I'm branding myself. A lot of people in that circle know me as Chrissy, but nobody knows me as Christian. So I'm bringing Christian to the Trio podcast. That's why I'm wearing my glasses, you know? So
okay.
I want y'all to step into who Christian is, and I feel like I have a vulnerable side and have different, I have different elements and phases and different levels to myself that people don't know, and I'm kind of, ready to kind of share that.
Right. Absolutely. I'm here for it.
And the Scorpio Fallon.
Oh my God.
We have the Scorpio.
Let me not act like I don't be saying it myself, so I can't get mad at somebody else saying it like you always saying it.
What's
Hey
happening?
guys, Fallon Favors here. Many of you may know me from BET's College Hill. Most of you don't though. This is like really like an LA type vibe podcast too.
Absolutely.
So everybody outside of LA is probably purely College Hill just because I'm not that social. But if we're talking about LA, Crenshaw District, and Inglewood too. A little bit of Inglewood sprinkled in there too. I don't really even know where I can say I'm from for sure. I grew up in Inglewood 10 years.
You lived in Maryland.
Lived in Maryland. Shout out to Silver Spring, Francis Scott Key. What you do?
Sis, come on out.
Yeah, so, lived in Maryland for 3 years and then came to Crenshaw and met these two beautiful ladies. And my life has never been the same. So,
right. We're going to get into that.
Yeah, I definitely am excited about building with you guys and just kind of bringing our friendship to the forefront. People do refer to us as the Trio, podcast name, the Trio Podcast. And I just feel like a lot of people can relate.
Absolutely.
To, friendship and going through ups and the downs, and friendships are relationships.
Absolutely.
To say the least. So, a lot of people can relate to that. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited.
Right. Well, I'm Mookie. I decided to just lead in with Mookie instead of Janice because that's pretty much what I'm known as.
Yes.
Right.
I think for the most part, like I've been like BTS with everything, like just creatively there. So this is kind of me moving, repositioning to be clearly on the mic instead of behind the camera.
Yes.
I'm a humble student of photography, not by trade, but by interest.
Right.
So that's that. And like everyone else said, we've been friends, are friends, and you're going to see the chemistry and take this journey with us. So
the Gemini, the Cap, the
Right.
Scorpio, you have
And all
these
black.
different these different variations
Obvious.
and personalities and attitudes.
Yeah.
right.
It's interesting. I don't even know how we've survived this long
I don't
amongst
know.
the three different entities.
Very different. I have no idea to tell you the truth. So then we could talk about, I always think it's funny that me and Mookie met first.
Right.
And long story short, so the story is, so let's say I have this candy, right?
This is the real version, though, low
This
key.
is almost the real version. So preface it with, like, you know, I'm an only child by my mother. My father has other children, a whole bunch of kids. Shout out to y'all, Favors Clan. But I grew up as an only child. So, you know, and I was just completely out of my mind. So I'm like probably eating Skittles or something at my desk. Mookie, who is the baby, so kind of the same entitlement as an only child, but kind of just like, I'm not a bee about it. I'm not a bitch about it, but like, you know what I mean? So she was just like, can I have some candy? I was like, no. I haven't eaten anything. This is right? I didn't eat anything. I didn't have any lunch.
Damn.
And she's like,
I remember this story.
She's like, what? Like, you can't give me one? Like, it's so
right. So correction. I don't know. Entitlements. Those words wasn't used.
Oh,
in
okay.
ninth.
So
This is
okay,
ninth grade. But she's right. It's pretty much like you in class. You think you cool. Somebody have some Skittles or something. Like, oh, can I have something? They like, no. Like, I'm hungry.
And I haven't eaten.
Like,
just flat out.
First of all, this is sugar. Like,
this really isn't going to do anything for your
so it was
satiation.
like, no.
But it's
So I
fine.
was like,
it's good.
Okay.
Right.
And I don't know how it circled back.
I have no idea.
Because
literally, I don't have any recollection.
Know and then be cool again. Like, this weird. Like, but that's pretty much. But I didn't start or something. Well, that was like a fond memory, I should say.
Ninth grade.
It was it was mixed up in there. So ninth grade, we won't say any years. I don't be saying the years. I don't know. I know you're very pro. Like, this is how old I am. Blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
very for it.
Even though, like, if you say your age, then clearly people are gonna know my age too. Like,
right. I mean, what was ninth grade? I guess.
Yeah,
15. So I mean, like,
no. Well, first semester of ninth grade, I was 13.
Okay.
So 13, 14.
Right. So it was ninth grade. And then 10th grade, we just we ended up just having classes together.
Right.
So that's pretty much what that was. We would like skip second period to go to your house.
Sorry, Mom. I think you should know this by now.
20 years later,
like,
sis is not tripping.
Right, we turned out okay.
Right, so that was that. Then Chris, you came there 9th grade, 10th grade, something like that?
Well,
we're Crenshaw babies.
Crenshaw second semester of 9th grade.
This is Crenshaw, not Crip.
Right. Yeah, I came second semester of 9th grade because, I started at Mary's first, St. Mary's.
Right.
Started at St. Mary's, and then I came to Crenshaw with Devonna.
Hey.
Not to start.
I don't even
Devonna, girl.
I don't even know Devonna.
Hey, girl.
I just know Tasia.
I
know Tasia.
Yeah. So me and Devonna came second semester 9th grade, and then I didn't know anybody. Of course, Sean, my cousin from Nasty Boys, was who I was kicking it with. We were
This
Nasty
is some
Boys,
real LA shit.
The cliques. Shout out to all y'all old Nasty Boys,
which really were just like 6-0s.
Exactly.
Within the It was just like a subsection of 6-0.
Absolutely. Kind of.
More or less.
It's funny because
80% of the Nasty Boys were 60s though.
But my point is, it's funny because like at this particular age, looking back, they were like 14, 15 years old.
Right.
Oh, the 60s. Like, yeah, they were just the cute ones.
The cute ones. That's true.
Ones, you know what I mean? So,
shout out to y'all.
Right. There was the cute hood boys.
Correct.
Continue.
So Sean.
Right.
So
Sean.
Sorry.
Right.
Completely sidetracked. The memories.
No, but yeah, so he was.
Excuse me, girl.
So my cousin, that's who I was kicking around. So it was pretty much him and Randy, and that's who I was with.
So you had
for the
people.
most part.
Was
Yeah.
TK there then?
Yeah, TK
was there.
TK was 2 years older than us.
Right.
So we was 9. She was in the 11th.
So you didn't go in not knowing anyone.
No, so it wasn't too foreign.
Right.
But I don't even know, honestly, like. When I think about like how we even started like kicking it or introduction,
I think we were first before you go.
I don't even know how we even.
I mean, I think
I remember me and Janice's story. Obviously,
you guys were
fun.
first. You guys were first.
Right.
Yeah, you guys.
We were through
first.
cheer.
Correct.
That's pretty much when they became a unison because Fallon and I were super cool, and Fallon wanted to stand at the tall girls line, and we were next to each other cheering.
Right.
So Fallon would sneak to the back line. So that's how it became like.
Sis, you're like 5'3",
right?
You're like 5'3".
So that's how it became like a trio in a sense because like her and I were cool, you and I obviously were cool because we were line sisters basically.
Line sisters,
so,
right?
When Fallon started cheering with us, that's pretty much was the start of like the unison, just like kicking it
as a group.
We'll hang out, right? So,
You know what? I'm gonna give Mama Rideau her little props because she was doing some kind of like back then I didn't quite understand all that round table shit.
Oh, Shay, don't do that. We're gonna respect Miss Rideau.
I respect her.
No, this is her flowers.
No, I'm giving her flowers.
Okay,
I'm giving her flowers.
Miss Rideau, okay. We're gonna get all the Crenshaw shit out the way too. Over the next course of the next couple of weeks, Miss Rideau, we were asinine. Is that?
I gotta
start check my words. We were asinine. We were completely out of pocket in a lot of different ways. But thank you for investing in us enough to, I mean, because that was like our life. Like, I mean, we didn't really have a whole bunch of other, activities and outlets
we
going
did.
on.
Whoever's looking, I know y'all looking. Just
Y'all gonna
forward
look.
this clip to her.
Yeah, and let
Yeah,
her
I
know.
was segueing to give her flowers
Right.
because, like I said, then we're teenagers, 14, 15, 16 years old. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
sure.
You know, our
sure.
shit was boyfriends and the niggas that we thought, all that shit.
Right.
You know, just petty teenager shit at the time.
Well, I thought
But
I was
it
grown.
really-
I thought that I'm like, I can see things that...
Nah.
But I'm not, regardless of what I see, it's a respect thing. It's the same thing I teach, Yuri or whatever, which is like, I don't care, what the case is. Like, your age dictates the respect. And so if somebody is your elder, whether you think they're right or wrong or whatever, you still have to show respect at the end of the day, period. No, like, non-negotiable.
Remember you taught Angela Bassett and was like, Angela.
Oh, not
We're
Miss
gonna do that.
Bassett,
We're
not
gonna
Miss
do
Angela.
all my wounds.
More respect. That was like just the funniest story ever. So let's just share it fast.
Angela Bassett story, long story short, West Angeles, some more LA stuff. She was a member of West Angeles Church, and we did a youth pastor thing. He had something at his house or something, so all of the people from the youth church came, and she just popped into his house for the youth event or whatever. And so I saw her starstruck. It probably was like 10 other kids and myself were on the porch. I'm like, hi, Angela. I'm just like starstruck. I can't even believe she's pulling up or whatever. Girl, she gave me this. She gave this look like.
Oh,
Like, she gave me this look.
because you were out of line.
And I was like,
You were
and
out of line.
everybody was just quiet. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like so embarrassed. My mom to this day still be like, she didn't have to do you like that. Like, my mom,
Right,
from
but
her
stood up
age,
for
she
you,
was
yeah.
like, no. But it's a respect thing. You know what I mean? She's Miss Bassett, if anything.
Yes.
Or Miss Angela.
Yeah,
you know
Miss
what I mean?
Angela.
So sometimes you do have to check kids and let kids know, you know what I mean?
But in all fairness, the miss kind of dropped off at our generation. Like, prior to us, it was a lot of conversation. Like, even in neighborhoods, it was like, oh, that's the Favors home, that's the Briscoe home, all that stuff. So when you would see people, it was kind of formal, like, oh, Miss So-and-so.
Right.
But it kind of dropped off when it got to us.
Y'all
I'm gonna say I've never honestly addressed
I'm
anybody
like,
with Miss.
In retrospect, like, but,
I just used the last name.
right. But Miss Rideau, go back to finish her off.
Shout out to Miss Rideau.
Yeah, I was just giving her flowers because she really is the reason why I feel like that foundation or her, I guess her principle behind, like, let me link them together because they don't like each other is the reason why we're friends. Or let me put y'all, because we had to, I had to show, I think we were in a group because I was showing you the cheers or whatever, or however it went at the time.
She had a way of doing it. Like, she, even with that, it's like, it's a slippery slope. You know who to put together, you know who not to put together.
You know who I ended up being with?
You know?
My first year cheering. Ironically, it wasn't obviously an issue back then. Who my first partner was Zena.
Really? That's funny. Right. That is hilarious.
Oh, the tangle web we leave. Like,
that is so funny. Yeah. So I had Christian. So that's how we pretty much
and it worked.
Talk.
It worked.
Well, no, I don't think it was just an option at the time.
Well, I mean, she put you guys together, and you guys found out that you guys were actually more alike or more.
Because we never really had an direct real issue.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it was super surface. You know what I mean? Like, not worth mentioning, but it was like
Mookie never wants to talk about
talk about that.
He never wants to give that
we
nigga nothing. Like,
no, we gonna talk about it.
Right.
That bridge, it's
Maybe
little
not
water
today.
under there.
Yeah.
That bridge right there, there's just a little bit of water under. Like,
so there was a lingering thing. We probably won't get into it this episode. Y'all gonna have to stay tuned.
Right. We'll
For the
there
details,
was
for the
something.
deeds.
We'll come back, but it wasn't deep enough to keep us from being like next to each other in the cheer line. So yeah,
right.
It was but that round table shit, like, I think I got kicked out of the only one I was a part of.
Yeah,
so
that was wild. So round table,
and the nerve of her to speak on that, and then fast forward,
you still feel like the nerve.
You have a soft spot for that, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But
That's interesting. Yeah, and then here we are now, shit.
right.
Here we are.
And then even like the different elements, because we went through so many phases at West LA, and that's a whole nother
just growing,
Just growing.
Really
our early 20s, and
I think at the core is what really link you, because you would change certain things, certain interests, but like the spirit of who you are it
remains the same. That's
right.
true.
So that's how we were able to kind of keep it going.
Right.
If not, this shit would have fucking crashed and burned.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But
That's
just
true.
even in that moment of just like different stuff, like, it was a lot of stuff y'all was into that I just wasn't really necessarily a part of.
Right.
That just wasn't my thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the core of who I am, it still links us together. So that was cool.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, no, I completely
All
agree.
right.
And that's that, right?
Right.
Yeah, this.
So were we gonna also give deets about each other.
Let's do it.
Let's do 3 things you should know about each.
Okay. So
3 things you should know about Chris. Are we gonna start with me? Because I started it. Doesn't matter.
We can start with. We'll start with you.
We're gonna start with you.
So you gonna give 3? I'm gonna give 3.
Yeah, we're just gonna give 3. Like we're just gonna, or no, we'll.
Okay, let me
whatever.
3
right.
between the 2.
Right, to make it
that you don't know about
that's
favors,
6,
or that
you
they should know. Oh my God! Please don't look at me like that.
looking
That
at-
makes me. Okay,
I'm trying to think.
do
Okay,
things and then figure out like why did I do
there's
that?
things, but I'm trying to figure out if the people know.
Probably not.
No one knows. Right. Right. I'm a hermit. So those that know me.
This is our 3, I think, not yours.
I don't want you to
Oh,
say it.
okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
like
This is-
that actually was one of my. I was gonna use that
say
term.
Spoiled more so than a hermit crab, because that it's a hermit crab selectively.
Okay.
That piggybacks off her being the
So-
only child.
No, it's just I
But
think I think
yes,
it's just the
go
way.
ahead.
No, I don't necessarily think that part is the only child. I would say selfish is the only child because you're not really taught to like share and do things for
Correct.
others, so you just have you.
Correct.
I think the hermit part is more of like how one digests like whatever's on their psyche or whatever's moving around. Like, okay, I'm used to being by myself, so I'm going to handle this by myself because I've only had me to depend on. You don't have like
Yeah.
that big sister protector or that cousin element. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
I would
That's
say
true.
those are two. Those are two
You know,
big
it's
ones.
so deep.
Big.
No, I'm just joking.
Those are the
I'm
two.
joking.
Those
No,
are
this-
two really
this
good
is all
ones, though.
accurate.
Well, I'm just trying to explain it.
It's accurate. It's accurate. It's accurate.
Funny. I would say really funny. And
Very
when
much
she
so.
drinks, she's like from Brooklyn, I think. Is
Oh
that
my
still the case? Like,
I have like 5 or 6
super-
different.
Right.
Yeah.
We named them like one of them like
Oh,
after
Brooklyn,
a few shots. It's like she's straight from New York. Even though when we were in New York, the New York girls did not welcome us. So hopefully, the
Oh
second
my
time around,
God,
it'll
that's
be
a whole
little
nother
different.
story.
But yeah, she's straight from the East Coast. Like after we have a little couple drinks, like
Maybe it's the DC. That's the thing. It wasn't DC. It was Silver Spring. I'm capping.
It was
It's
but
fine. It was
but
East Coast.
for sure. But it was New York, yo.
But it's
like
yeah.
it was a
B,
lot of New
like
York.
man, you ain't
Right.
thorough. That's what.
Excuse
You
me,
ain't
girl.
thorough,
You
nigga.
ain't thorough. Hilarious.
Yeah.
We'll unpack that later.
And there's
But
other like fun facts that people
Yeah.
probably already know. Like obviously you sing, you write, you're a
Yeah.
Scorpio, you have a daughter.
Yes.
You're very 90s inspired.
Yes. All
You
that.
have a floral business.
Yeah, shout out to Flower Child if you guys are interested. Please.
You've always loved flowers. I don't know anybody that likes more fresh flowers.
And
than
Mookie
you.
had to bring that up to me because I didn't remember. Sometimes you have interests in things that you have or passions or whatever that you don't even notice.
You've always loved fresh
and
flowers.
I never even like remembered having any recollections or memories of that. So it was just
yeah,
kind
like
of crazy.
fresh flowers, bright colors, springtime, like that
That's
whole type of
crazy.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Facts. You used to always go to the store and buy fresh flowers and shit.
Yeah.
Be enthused when somebody gave you some.
Right. Still.
Still.
Right.
10 hint.
And I will say this it's one thing I noticed about, and this is like so on the surface, that you like long ghetto nails.
Oh, yeah.
That's really, I'm like, that's her thing.
This is my
I don't want to call them
thing.
ghetto, but
These
that's
are
just,
ghetto. Hello.
Your nail,
They are ghetto luxury.
you love ghetto nails.
I love long
That's the
nails.
thing.
I like gold, I like ghetto shit.
It's called ghetto luxury. I started to make that a thing. Haven't seen it anywhere. I told my cousin Morgan, like, we're gonna.
I don't think I've ever seen you with like a short
I have
gel,
had short sets,
gel
but my dude don't
spread.
even like short sets. I had like when the pandemic and all that was happening or whatever, I went to go just get a basic mani. It was like navy blue. He was like,
"No,
I
sis."
don't like that. You need to get your nails. But I'm like, what the hell?
He
Like,
lo-
we can't
so he
everything-
loves that.
He likes it. So
As he should, yeah.
yeah. These are decorations. These are
Bedazzles
I
and shit.
said
Like,
it looks good
in all different scenarios.
All of them. It looks great. So I'm
there's
with
that.
you. Hence,
are you thinking
this
the playful side too? Like, okay, next.
right?
Right.
This color blue. I didn't think it was pink.
And I love nails, period. So whether they're short, if they're polished, if they're designed, like I'm just into nails, period.
Right.
White toes.
Yeah, and white toes.
right.
Easy.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Chris, it's your turn.
Oh God.
Oh, no, I know.
Oh, damn. Well, let me sip. Shit. Tell me
So-
something I don't know.
Chris.
What you should know about Christian? So Chris, we don't know. Well, we know Chrissy. Most of you guys know Chrissy. Her industry, Chrissy B. That is her industry. That is her brand. But Christian
Dominique.
Right.
You're the only person
Her name.
on this planet that calls me that.
Christian is about her business. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's just like something that's super obvious. Like, she is going to make it happen. period. And I know that's always something I admired about you, is that it's like you are so
for sure
relentless with just like getting it done.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing or no one or no situation or nothing will stand in your way of materializing what it is that you want to do. You know what I mean? So I mean that's real Capricorn shit. Like
absolutely.
So she
that's
the work ethic
so she lives
is
up
like
to
intense.
that, like for sure. She like niggas with like nice outfits and shit. They gotta have because that's subjective. That's subjective.
Wait. What's the outfit though?
Wait, pause. Wait. So it was a question I saw online. It said, what is your shallowest relationship requirement? We'll get back to that when we're done here.
Oh, God.
So that shit made me laugh.
Said nice outfits and shit.
She like niggas with like trendy outfits, but like it gotta be the right kind of trendy. So not trendy like, you know.
I think it's a trendsetter. Like Christian is really different. I would say really forward a little bit.
Fashion forward, yeah.
Right. I would say.
What's that nigga wearing now? Like some SB dunks and shit. Like,
dunks is still kind of killer. Like, don't
real sandals.
No, sis.
Don't do her like that.
What sandals?
Well, maybe it depends on how he wear. It depends on who wearing them.
Thank you.
Because if a nigga that you like,
thank you. Thank you.
If a nigga that you like had on sandals,
he sliding, yeah, low key.
And that's for me on the beach or an island.
On this Gucci sliding in this Gucci and shit.
On the island. Finish the sentence.
See, that's my problem. I'm toxic. I had hood nigga requirements like wear socks on the beach. Like that's so like you know what I'm saying? Like toxic shit. Like anyway, I digress.
And your nigga seem like he wears socks on the beach and shit.
He doesn't. He have nice feet.
All right, cool. Saying all of the socks.
Right.
That's actually ghetto as fuck.
Every time I see a nigga on the beach with shoes, period, I'm like, why are you ghetto?
That's super ghetto. Don't come. But yeah, about her business, niggas with, you know, that are very fashionably dressed or fashion forward. I think you like those types for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? She keeps everything. Every detail of an interaction is probably saved somewhere. So tread.
She has files, right? Okay.
I keep all the receipts.
Right.
So
okay.
anytime you ever try to
don't try it.
Digress on those text messages, those emails.
Ooh, not the emails.
I have everything.
You talking to somebody specific?
I have my old Yahoo account and shit just in case too.
Hilarious.
The backups.
Right.
I have the Yahoo account literally probably since 2002, 2003.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
Christian's fun. I think she's willing to try anything at least once.
Christian is wild when she wants
at
to be.
At least once.
Yeah. Drinker, not a smoker.
Super supportive.
Not a smoker.
Yeah.
That shit had me geeking and tweaking.
Open to like dialogue. I remember a long time ago, she was like, "You looked me in my eyes and lied." Like, girl, that's what they do. but
sensitive as shit. Sensitive as fuck.
But quotables.
I think
he looked me in my eyes and lied. It's hilarious. Girl, first of all,
that was you.
Keep living.
So I said that to say like conversation means a lot.
It does.
I think
you know what? You guys are really my friends because these are really
these are facts.
These
right?
are facts. Yeah, like people don't know these things.
What else? Super supportive. Little prideful. A little bit.
Yeah, throw some of that negative shit in there. It's all sweet and shit. What the fuck is going on around here?
Prideful in a sense is like, because we all have it a little bit to where it's like.
Can you give me an example?
I don't need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was on the tip of your tongue, wasn't it? Like,
I've been waiting to say it. No, just like.
You know what? And let me
a little bit, but it's not bad.
Just a quick disclaimer. It's just because when I have an idea, when there's something I want to do, or if it's something I have to get off, I have to do it my way and how I visualize it and how I see it.
Right. And you're comfortable within it.
It has nothing to do with
that's true. And that's why your reading for the year was like, you have to release some of that control.
Yeah, it was. Shout out to Zoe
Williams.
Because I was
Zoe
like,
did a reading? What the hell?
He pulled some cards, girl. And them cards was like.
Okay, so you guys
on my birthday. He sent me 3 cards and it was like. I was like, Zoe. I was like, this is freaky. Zoe did get
on the phone with me one time and gave me Zoe Williams, one of our mentors. Yeah, but he called me one time and we talked about some stuff like that. But yeah, very knowledgeable or whatever. So yeah, so he told you basically you have to let go of some of that control.
It was deep.
Yeah. Wow. Basically, like let go of some of that control a little bit.
Okay.
Like let
flourish. He basically told me to do that. This is my bag year.
Let someone in.
This will be my bag year if I do that.
Help. Let them really assist. Like
I love that
and take it in. So yeah,
and that's universal. Like everybody needs to adopt that type.
So just thank you guys for that.
For that,
thanks. I'm really working on that because I'm so like I'm just afraid of letting go or releasing my vision and just my baby to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what it is. That's literally what it is.
It's just being very selfish with what I started. Like I know I'm me. Right. This is my thing. This is me. This belongs to me. I did this. I worked for this.
Right.
It's all about me.
Right.
And that's how I feel and always felt. And I am working on like releasing that. Like if somebody's on board or if I have a team, this is us.
Yeah.
We built this.
It's way easier. You end up a lot less stressed out.
It is. And I'm working on that.
Yeah,
and
same.
it's okay. And all the biggest empires, Diddy didn't start Revolt by himself. Revolt is a whole village of people that we don't even know about. It's thousands of people behind that shit. He's really just the face. He ain't putting in the work. Yeah. I mean, he put the money behind it, and he's the, but
people usually reduce that to a child. It takes a village to raise a child. Like,
to do anything.
It takes a village to do everything.
Anything and everything.
Right. Whatever you want to do, it's going to take a village around it.
Message.
Yes. Message.
Mookie, it's your turn.
Mookie, I have some off time.
Oh, okay. Good.
Loyal.
I can't wait.
Loyal.
Mookie's loyal.
Is my downfall.
Right. You're loyal is like the number one.
Get better and different. Yeah, straight up.
You're sticking it through. You don't give a you have to kill somebody and your shit in order for you to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
It had to be a real murder gang down in order for the ties to be disconnected, because I feel like you have gone through so many different scenarios and situations and issues, and you've still been loyal.
Yeah.
Your loyalty is one of a kind. Like, I don't know how you do it, sis. I ain't gonna hold you, but
yeah, it's true.
The loyalty.
It's true.
You're very, very creative. You have like this niche of just seeing things that a lot of people can't see.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't even. You'd be like, well, Chris, just look at it like this. And what if you did it like this? You just have a way of seeing things that others can't see.
Right.
And just bringing different ideas and different things to the forefront. So those are really two good things I would say that a lot of people probably don't know and should know.
Mookie is fun. Mookie is the party.
Yes.
Mookie is the party. If you want to have a good time.
If
you want to have a good
with
time.
With that J-Mo and Ginger Ale, your girl will turn it up for you one time.
You want to make sure that Mookie is in the building, because it's just gonna be fun. Like, she's just funny, and definitely like your mind works a little bit different. So I always thought that it was dope. Like, you bring Mookie a situation or whatever, there's going to be an objective view that you maybe didn't think of, you know what I'm saying, and figuring out a situation, because sometimes, like, especially me, you and I, very rigid, like, this is how I feel, this is what it is, you know what I mean, and that's that. But there's always duality to situations. There's always, other points of views or whatever. So you always provided that. So the way that your mind works, that intricate way, I think that's always been super dope. And again, loyal to a fault, for sure. But I mean, it's kind of like the gift and the curse of a lot of our things that we have that, make us who we are. You know what I mean? You just have to find a way to balance those out. But yeah.
I feel like I don't even know if this is the right word or term. I feel like she's the middle friend too, if that makes sense.
No.
Right.
No, you didn't like
the way it sounded.
I know. I don't even know how to. Okay, so basically that means that I feel like you, and this is true. We're just gonna put it out there. I feel like you've been like the kind of the glue.
Oh, that's what you mean.
I don't mean the middle. I don't know how to say that.
Like
shit.
A middle child and shit. Like, we forgot about you. Like,
I just feel like you've been the glue to the friendship. We've had a lot of different. We've gone through a lot of different things, and by the grace of God, we've been able to talk them through and mend and get through them. Like any relationship, this shit is for real.
Right.
But I feel like you've always been like the glue, and you've just been able to find a way to kind of bring. Anytime there's a stray, there's always been Mookie to kind of pull it back together.
Aw, Mookie.
No, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I mean, that's nice. I mean, that's a nice way to look at it, I guess. I probably never really looked at it like that. I think I've always tried to remain neutral in any situation, as possible. And sometimes it doesn't suit me. It doesn't do me any good. Right. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes in certain situations you have to like pick a side. But I don't think there's never been anything that.
I'm the strong friend. The hell?
Oh, what crew? I'm joking.
Whatever.
I'm the least strong.
You think so?
I'm not.
Well, strong in what way? I think there's variation. I'm not emotionally. Am I emotionally strong?
Yes.
So where am I not strong? So I'm emotionally strong.
Wow,
Meaning what?
I don't know.
Like I have control over him enough to not. I don't know.
I would say can be emotionally reactive. Your way of doing it is kind of just to shut down,
right?
Like that.
Exactly.
It's so much language in your silence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I'll cut you. I'll cut you. Fucking.
And then that's where everybody becomes the Hermie. Like,
yeah.
Okay, what's going on?
Because you know why? Because I have to figure my shit out before I allow anybody else in. And sometimes, especially with situations or whatever, where I may want counsel, I've found myself getting counsel from just different people, family, friends, or whatever. And then I find that their response may not be how I really feel. Mm-hmm. I want to get in touch with how I really feel about it. And then once I have for sure how I feel about it, then I can bring people in and they can give me their POV or whatever like that. And I can kind of try to round it out. But I mean, that is how I process. Like I go within. And a lot of people feel the need to have to like, pull people in. I need like, help me, tell me, and so I guess it's like whatever works. But like for me, I have to just buckle down and kind of just get into like, okay, Fallon, what are you feeling? What's going on? Especially as I've gotten older, because then it's kind of like a self-help thing too. So often we look for all of these other answers in all these other places. A lot of the answers are within.
Yeah.
You have to have time to get in that mirror and figure out what's really, really going on, because nobody can answer those questions and give you that advice because they don't know what's going on, because we don't share everything with everyone.
Yeah.
So you know what you're dealing with at home. You know what's going through your mind. So it's like find a way to process through that, and then, of course, let people in. So my thing is like I'll figure it out and then still keep, still be blocked off. Like, no. So now that you figured it out, let people in.
Absolutely.
Because there may be something else that you didn't think about.
That's good.
Yeah.
Whew.
Message. That was
right.
Let's go to something lighter. Let's talk about these niggas.
No, for real.
Mookie, tell us about your situation. You had a situation that happened.
Okay, so
let's get into some.
Give us the breakdown.
I have a friend. We'll just call him T.
What hood he from?
The neighborhood. Whew, shout out to that area. So
we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do
local
that
LA guy. Super
where the
local.
Niggas reside.
Where the niggas reside. That's hilarious.
So basically, we're friends. Super cool. Been friends like probably since forever. I was gonna get backstory. Like, so this is my old neighbor, my little brother, best friend.
Nope.
So basically, I wanted to meet up with him because his son had a birthday party, and I wanted to give him a card, right?
Right.
And so I had texted him because Chris and I had to film some shit Sunday. Shit. Get familiar, actually. And so
right.
I'm
Thank
like,
you.
Straight up. Like, let me go pull up on you so I can drop this card off. And when he answered the phone, I'm like, "What's up, T?" I'm like, "What's up? Where you at?" Just get into the dialogue, and he tell me where he at, and I'm like, "Oh, is that where you used to be at?" He like, "Nah, I'm with my girl," and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, shit, hit me when you free so I can pull up on you to drop the card off and shit." And we like, all right, I hung up the phone. I must have rolled my eyes like, nigga, you got the nerve. I'm like, and I guess I felt more of a way because it's like, bro, like, we cool. You could just be like, oh, with my girl, but you could pull up. Like, we over here real quick. A quick little transaction.
Right.
So,
right.
It didn't even have to like kind of, and I've been the girlfriend with when your man get a phone call.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Who was that? Right.
Right. Like, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, if we cool, we cool. Like, don't
pick and choose.
Don't pick and choose. Don't cherry pick because you have a girlfriend, which is new, So it's like, don't do that. So I guess like, why do dudes feel the need to kind of on with my girl?
That's for her,
and kind of put the distance, create that distance between the friendship where it's just a friendship.
That may be then an indication of how he feels about y'all relationship. Maybe he feel like y'all more than just friends, or were more than just friends,
right?
So,
right, get all stuff and shit like right.
Maybe he feels like that's more so because if not, then there would be no problem.
Exactly. So, but it couldn't be because I was gonna pull up to the birthday party. I just couldn't. Like I had something I ran over. So what's the difference between that day and the next? If we just cool.
Right.
Niggas
be funny.
So we gonna have a homie court.
Oh, okay. Pull him in the homie court.
Exactly. At some point, we're gonna pull him into homie court.
He did it for her. You know, she's obviously right there. She probably can hear a little bit that it's a chick on the phone, and she probably thinking like, well, who the fuck is that?
Right.
You know, like
the homie.
she can hear probably like, oh, you know, where you at and what you doing, and
but if I'm his girl, like that already sound like. I'm with my girl. Like I'm looking at this nigga. Like why you have to like why do you even have to announce that? Like why it's not low? You know what I'm saying? Why is it?
Right. It was a quick. What's up? Where you at? Like,
right.
He told me, I'm like, oh, you by where you used to hang out? He like, nah, I'm with my girl right now. I'm like, what? That shit caught me off guard. Like,
what?
Okay,
what?
But it's just like when you cool, the guys, like a girl's just your home girl. Like, don't make it weird.
Right.
So now you kind of like, how you feeling about it? Like, nigga, like, bye, peace.
There's so much cap to address.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, really? Like, we just cool. Like, we've been cool for a long fucking time now. Like,
right.
Let's not blur the line.
Right. Well, he clearly feels like you stand in a different place of like maybe like the women that, because there's homegirls.
Right. Then it's the homie.
And then it's like, that's my homegirl. Don't get me started. That butch, and it's my homegirl. Like, fuck that bitch. Anyway, I'm sorry. Personal issues. Yeah, so like there's two different kinds. So it just kind of depends on where he thinks you fall. Right. So clearly it's a more
Did y'all
more
have
than a friend.
Did y'all have previous?
We haven't had any.
I negate any any.
No.
Okay. I'm like,
we are not.
Mookie, this is your terrible liar.
No, we didn't. Like, come on, guys.
T's bitch is probably watching like,
come on. What's up, T? I know T. That's the homie. That's the homie. It is.
We call them all the homie court.
That is the homie though.
That's how we're addressing them from now on.
Yeah, no, that's the homie. Okay. That is the homie.
It is.
I think it's just kind of a thing too, and then that might be a new girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Because again, if I'm girlfriend and you're saying like, if you're my dude and you're in the car and like, and you seem awkward and uncomfortable, I'm still gonna look at you funny. Like, well, why are you covering it up? Like, okay, so when you drop me off, then are you gonna pull up on that bitch?
Right? Because that hit me when you got some time.
Yeah,
so
like
I was like.
Just be. You might as well have told her to pull up. So I could at least,
That's all you had to say. I would have pulled up and dropped the shit off.
It seems a little bit more natural in that regard.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you. Please fix me.
Go ahead.
Fix me.
Fix me. You gotta take this off?
No, just pop your collar. No, just playing.
No.
Christian got on a denim hat and a denim jacket. And then she might as well have on denim.
Got to coordinate.
Right. Okay.
You have to take the earring off. No. Take it out your ear. And we can go.
Excuse me, wardrobe malfunction.
Look at this hood shit here. Okay, well, we're going to do that. We hood, so this not going to be no...
Okay, wait a minute.
Why it ain't...
If you're looking for some other shit, you might want to go to
pour me up.
A different... Why don't you guys pour up? That's what you guys can do while you're watching us. If you're into a little wine,
just pop the bottle with us.
Pop the bottle with us, light up, whatever it is
what's going on. Please fix me. We're fixing my shit.
Whatever it is that you do.
So,
get on our level.
I want to talk about something too, since we're on the niggas. Okay. So,
Mookie, you can pass me your. We don't got no sponsorship, so we're about to turn this around. We are drinking the trio wine.
We're gonna make our own
you can't even see it. You can't even see that.
Sea glass and shit. What is that?
Don't say the name, man.
Excuse me. How do you pronounce? What is it? A blanc?
No, it's
a blanc. Sauvignon Blanc.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Well, wine girls, you can pass me a cup, Mook, if you.
I'm free.
Okay, so you wanted to bring up?
Ooh, child. Okay.
Oh wait. So, do we address this or let it go?
I'll let it go.
Yeah, that's not it. Yeah.
He not even nobody.
Silence him.
Do we still give the birthday card?
He's being silent.
Because I mean, it's like kind of like, okay, but keep that same energy though.
Right.
Keep that same energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you hit me up, now I'm gonna be, because I'm petty in that way. So it's like, oh, okay, are you with your girl? I don't want to, impede on any of your time. Are you with your girl?
But
let me know. Keep me posted, and let me know.
That's the thing. Like, I'm like, okay, I know.
That's why I guess you're saying like, let it go. Let
me relax, because the nature of our relationship, we talk a lot is just fun shit to each other. That's how it's always been.
Right.
So naturally, when he said it, I wanted to be like, what girl? Like, just because I know he was saying it because she was present. Right. And I'm like, let me not, like, because
we gonna have to maybe like with your friend, that we all the homies. Remember we went to Fridays that time?
Why do we still bring that shit up?
Because it was the funniest. It was the funniest shit ever.
Yes, that was the first time I think he ever.
We need to
Fridays in Ladera.
We need to re-up. We need to re-up on that, because that was hilarious.
That was epic. We did that. We killed that. It was
we did that.
That was the first time. because he never smoked before, and he got boxed out, girl. Something
Oh my God.
crazy.
He was
like,
tripping?
We were super
We wasn't
high.
tripping, but it was like for the first time that was crazy. We went back.
When you have the giggles, like the crazy
It was like
giggles.
the fun high.
The fun high,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Then we went to the crib and watched like Cat Williams.
Only
and
other
shit.
thing was funnier than that when we went to Denny's. I think Marcos was there. Rest in peace, my brother Marcos. Taiwan was there.
The lady.
And the lady pulled up at
Oh
Denny's.
my God, the waitress.
Oh.
Yo.
See, these are stories I'm not a part of.
For all the and this is all LA
Okay.
shit. LA shit. The new
I
Denny's
don't think
on
I've heard
Crenshaw.
this story.
And where the Ralphs used to be at, or whatever, all the cars used to, when the car clubs and all that stuff used to meet up. That new Denny's.
With the
Crenshaw
Starbucks in the shopping center.
Coliseum.
Yeah,
Right.
Coliseum.
The Ramonas, the other Ramonas or whatever. It was a lady that worked in there that looked like, okay, let me be respectful.
Yeah, let's just.
It's already, like, going left.
She looked like a woman out of maybe like the 50s. And so she had like finger waves or whatever. And
just.
I think she might have had like a gold cap on
She
it.
did.
And like a
Like,
mama, she had like mama titties.
Yes,
And so she
yes.
she walked up to the table like, y'all ready to order?
And we were young.
I'm like 21.
Y'all like what?
So we started.
Cracking
Like
up.
she walked up and we.
Y'all laughed in her face?
Did we?
And
Disrespectful.
like, well, no, because
Niggas laugh.
he'll go like this, like,
Right,
"Boy,
like
we-
pull your girl. We laughed under the table. Like, man, Fallon was trying to like get under the
That's
table.
disrespectful.
It was,
was.
but it was one of the funniest. We were high,
Right.
so it was
we
just
were
like,
not quite in our right.
But I think she worked at Roscoe's first.
No, that wasn't her. She just looked just like.
She
her.
looked like the lady
And
working
rest,
Roscoe's.
Rest in peace, because she passed away. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
All right.
that lady
All right.
passed away?
Yes. No,
Oh,
not
wow.
the Denny's. The Roscoe's. The Roscoe's
Oh.
lady.
LA shit.
Mm-hmm.
LA
Yeah.
shit.
Shout out. She worked. With
Oh
Pico.
my God.
But
Okay, so
let's
tell me-
move forward.
Yeah.
While you know.
Girl, I'm trying to remember shit, but
Oh my God, Christian.
okay, no, okay, here, so
Take Christian's glass.
I'm dating,
Okay,
right?
right.
And dating, I guess it.
My lips said who, but the tone of the voice, I was like, I'm not gonna say who.
Dating, just dating.
Right.
You know, having fun.
Okay. 2021.
Right. You know, I feel like I'm at that point. But it's also, and this is probably where y'all can kind of help me.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I like both sides. I want to be in a relationship with you. I want a man. I want a
I
husband.
thought you were telling us fluidity. I'm like
I want to be with somebody.
Right.
okay.
I want the one-on-one. I want and I hate I guess I was informed that this shit is old. Like, this is the old 1962
Well,
Titles.
putting a title on it. Like, why does it have to be a title? Why don't we just let it flow? I'm like, what the fuck does that
Because
mean?
a title brings accountability.
Like, what does that mean? Like, okay, so there's both sides. So I have the side where I'm dating, I'm kind of having fun with it, but then I also, and within that, I'm like, okay, so may the best man win,
right.
Yes.
right?
Right.
So may the best man win, and I'm looking within that, like, who is stepping up and who's kind of making the longer strides.
Sure.
And he's not gonna watch this, so
He might.
For the sake of, wait, who you talking about?
so the one that's making the strides is the one I like the least.
Well, that's always the case. I think that's a lot of the time.
I don't.
You don't feel the same.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
I like him, but this is very probably like surface. I'm not like 100% physically attracted to him, but there's so many other things about him that I like.
I'm confused.
I'm not gonna.
We got to get to that shallow one. We might as well throw that in there.
Wait,
I ain't gonna hold you up. I can't. I'm not even gonna go into like.
Mookie wants to know who it is so she can have a
I just don't
visual.
know who we're.
Mookie, we're not doing that. No.
I just need to know who, because I'm like.
Give her a hint so she knows, because I don't know.
Give me a hint that I would know.
Christian's not good at that. She's not a good liar either. So
I'm
she
not.
doesn't know what to say.
I'm like, I got
I'm
stuck.
like, well, that's not. That's not.
Well,
I would say we've known him a very long time.
yeah, we went to high school with him.
Boom. What?
Oh
Well,
shit.
that's not.
Oh, God, don't do her like that. Like, which one? Like, all that type of shit.
No, that's not about to say.
We went to high school with him. That could be anybody though.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
That's anybody.
Okay.
That's anybody.
But you know.
Sure.
And so the physical is not really what you're into.
But he's cute, but there's just like small things. I'm like, it's just
Christian still on that bullshit.
It's the slapping of the belly during the inner.
Wait, what?
It's just the slapping of the belly.
He got baller belly? Because I've never been into that. That's Camila like a baller belly. Hi, Camila.
Yeah. Man.
A baller too. Hey, Camila.
Yeah, it's just like little things. And it's that, and it's just...
So you're just not really attracted to him in that way. You know, that raw animalistic attraction where it's just male and female.
But he told me a few months ago, because I was like, so what are we doing? He's like, I don't want to hold you up. I said, excuse me?
He said, I don't want to hold you up.
I don't want to hold you up.
I don't want to hold you up.
Like, I don't want to hold you up. Like, you feel like you got to go do if you feel like you need to go do what you need to do.
Then do what you need to
go do that.
Okay, so he's confident too. Like,
but then he's doing other things that kind of show me otherwise. I think he's just the one that, like, we're together, but I'm not saying it.
Oh, well, I'll say this.
You know what I mean? Like, he feels like we're probably
the other candidate. And then what about the other ones that you're dating? Are they showing any promise, or are they kind of like just doing their own thing?
See, that I don't know. You know, niggas ain't never
You
gonna
have
say
to get
like.
clear
So there's
on-
one that's very like, I'm not messing. I'm like, I know you're like we're not 12.
I'm
Stop.
not messing with it. Everybody is messing with somebody,
right?
That's
and
ridiculous.
your kid is not even 2.
Oh hell no.
So that's a no.
For me,
Don't do it.
if I was to get out of my relationship right now and start dating, I would not be interested in dating somebody that had a baby. And of course, there's you can say I would never. My preference would be not to date anybody with kids like under like really like 10.
Is that because the baby mama baby daddy thing is probably still like?
Well, I
going
have
on?
a baby and I fuck with a baby daddy, and so I know how that go. You know what I mean? Like it's a long time to get through the. Are we going to try to make this work? The back and forth, like it takes a minute to figure it out.
That's
years
true.
ago, Steve Harvey said, "Don't date anyone with a kid under 5."
I believe
under
it.
5, they're still trying to figure out their way of doing things as these parents and shit.
Yeah.
And to a degree, I believe it
For sure.
You know,
That's actually facts. Because when I even think about like when I feel like completely cut off from my daughter's father, it's probably like 6.
And do I want to be stepmama to your 3-year-old? You know what I mean? If your child is 10, 11, you got a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? You guys already have your program regimented.
You know what? So that goes into my question today. When I saw the question, I was talking to Renzo on the phone, and I'm telling him like, you know, I couldn't date. Like, I think my shallow thing would be like multiple baby mamas. Like, I think that would be like my shallow,
like a turn up, and that's not shallow.
Let me take that. No, my shallow thing was a car. Like that was it was like your most shallowest
so the
requirement.
Nigga, so
no,
okay.
because that's when he kind of opened it up. Like
okay, wait, so if a nigga pull up,
right,
it's daytime. You tell him where you live because you're that comfortable with him, or maybe y'all had some conversation or whatever. He pull up or whatever. You ain't never seen his car. He pull up in a Kia Forte. The windows is tinted. He got beat. He playing like Young Buck or something, like some of the old shit on some hood shit. Like nigga, I'm G.
Beat?
He got beaten and shit.
I wouldn't think,
but it's clean.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it's his
Are
car.
you fucking with it? Are you turned off?
I mean, I'll be like, but I'll listen to the story. But I would listen. Like I would still listen to the story. Like
But in the back of your head, you got
like he
right,
inside, like nigga
head out the window and shit.
I would think it's somebody. I would think it's a bitch car. I'd be like, who the fuck bitch you put up in my house
Forte with the windows tinted in the beat.
That's what I have. Let's keep it all the way. Let's keep it. You describing my car, bitch.
You
describing my shit, bitch. That's my shit.
Like my friend, like
is that Chris's car? That's my shit.
I mean, that's just it was your shallowest thing, and I think next to that was like not having health care.
Which is not really like yours are not really that bad. Besides the car, the baby mama's thing, and the
baby mama is more of a preference thing because it's like. But it's the reason though. Like I can't date someone with multiple baby mamas or multiple kids because it's like that's too many holidays you got to commit to. Too many birthdays. It's too much shit that got to go leave my household and go to theirs.
Yeah, straight up.
What about having a nigga whose chick is on Christmas or somebody?
What you mean?
So somebody I used to date, his significant other or baby mama or whatever, her birthday was on Christmas.
So and what that mean?
That means he was with her on Christmas.
Why? Because it was her birthday. But I mean, why would he be with her on? Why would he be with her on her birthday?
Ding 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 ding.
No, these niggas be playing games.
This
baby mama shit.
Listen,
cold.
that's the issue.
We need a super cap. We need a drop.
Them is the issues I had.
Straight up.
Them is the issues I had within that.
Niggas gonna try to. What it is, I mean, what it look like is what it is.
Period.
95% of the time. There's always caveats to where it's like, nah, like you tripping. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or nah, it's not what you 90%. 90% is what, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of bitches is going for it because, you know, bitches want companionship. And I have a video, whatever. Shout out to my YouTube channel. You can Google
Baby Mama Chronicles.
Baby Mama Chronicles. It just something that we don't really like talk about a lot. But every woman, for the most part, and not every woman, I don't want to speak in absolutes, I'm sorry. The majority of women want companionship. We want partnership. We want family. This is innately in us genetically to want to build a family and take care of our families and stuff like that. And so I think sometimes men even play on that, knowing that we have that need and desire because they are the ones that control the relationships. We control the pussy, they control the relationships. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like they know that, and it's like they will kind of manipulate and play games, and they kind of just have the ball in their court in that regard. You have to be really, really sharp. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas will move around and dance around and, you know, play whatever kind of games they want to play. You know?
That's a whole fact.
It's just, you got to be really, really careful. So if you do date a man with kids, you know, I had an episode about that too, where it's like, you know, at what time should you meet the kid? Should you meet them in 3 months? No. Because sometimes girls be thirsty and be like, well, I ain't met your son. Like, bitch, I don't know you.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my son.
Bitch, I'm about
Stop
to
playing.
you for another 2 months, and you know, I'm interested in your friend after that. You know what I mean? Like, so if it's been like, you know, he's spending really quality time and has invested time in you and playing boyfriend. I don't like that shit. If he's playing boyfriend with you, then that needs to materialize.
That's the problem we have.
Because a lot of niggas want to play boyfriend, but then, well, what I ain't never said we would, because that's their way out. Trust me, I know. That's not what we, you know, I didn't agree to that. We're like, okay, cool. And then cut their ass off. But anyway, yeah, go ahead. So, I mean, so how do you feel? What do you want? That's what I was going to say. Like, because it really depends on what you want. Because if what you want is a certain thing, right, if you're going in other directions, you're basically emitting to the universe. That's not what you want. You have to be in alignment with what it is that you.
Is the direction to continue to date, or is the direction to roll with who's rolling with you?
I think
I would say continue to date.
Let me hold you up.
I would say continue. I would say continue to date, because I read something years ago that stuck with me, and it said, "You know the truth by the way it feels," and I believe that to a degree. Like anything that you really have to double question, you know, is fluff to a degree, especially in relationship space. Yeah, and men are very territorial to a degree. You know what I mean? Like, they know what they want, and they're not willing to share, and they gonna not stake their claim, but I think it'll be very clear. You know what I mean? Where you stand. Although messages can get crossed, but you know what's up. And if all else fails, like I said, have the conversation. Like, I know that it's guys kind of put in your head like, oh, I hate the what are we, or you know what's understood, you know what it is, and all that shit, and all that stuff. I'm so and I'm tired. Like, it's tired. If a conversation is going to make you back off, then you're not that interested anyway. Straight up. And if that's how you feel, then why even waste my time? Straight up. You know what I mean? So I would say, let's get it. If you feel funny, like, shit, I'm gonna have a conversation. Because why go along to get along in a relationship space? That's time you can't get back. Right. Fuck that. Cheers to that shit. Well, so, you know what? Guess what? Well, listen.
Okay, so what's your shallow thing, Chris? Like, what's your shallow that you can't? We already talked about your most shallow requirement.
Dating requirement.
I would have thought that it would have been like you have to be tall, but that ain't true.
That's not even shallow.
Nah, hell no. Nah.
That ain't true.
Teeth.
I thought about somebody who really shallow.
Because
I thought about somebody because it was cute, but you didn't. You won't fuck with him because of teeth.
I don't even think that's shallow.
I ain't gonna hold you with your teeth, because there's one. It's somebody that I have been. Are they dealing teeth
stacked? Like, you didn't take out your teeth as a baby, so you're
stay up there, sis. Stay up.
Are they yellow?
It's one that's up there.
Or do they have plaque?
And then,
because that can get clean. There's a lot of things that can be fixed.
They can be fixed. I mean, you work at the shit, right? You know where to send them. That's fixable.
But it's one that's very like ignorant to that shit, and I'm like, nah.
Like, I don't need my teeth down.
Yeah, I'm cool. The bitches, they don't though. You have halitosis.
Niggas with bad
you have gingivitis.
Niggas with bad teeth. What?
Love laughing with they.
You have gingivitis. Your shit is humming and subbing.
Right.
Teeth.
So teeth. Well, I have a thing with shoes.
Shoes. I knew
I
that.
with that too. But I don't even. Is that shallow?
So if a nigga came up with some Sperry's and shit on, you'll be like, nah.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't.
You're not even. Wait.
I like because to
You
me,
not even go.
to me, shoes, sneakers on the man.
But your
take
nigga got
so much.
all the kicks, like,
To me, it says a lot about who he, and it's not what I've also come to know is it's not how many you have, it's which ones do you have. What kind of shoes do you have? So you got I got Jordan.
So what if a nigga had on some black Air Forces and shit? You know?
Yeah, that's all.
Is he going to work?
Where's he going to work?
To the
Red
kitchen
Lobster,
and shit.
yeah, like what are you doing? Like there's so many options, so it's not a matter of the ticket. You know, you have some Stan Smiths on. There's stuff that's affordable that's still fashionable, or you know what I mean. So sneaker etiquette type. You know, I look at the shoes.
Sneaker etiquette.
If they run over, if they, you know, or if you think that you killing because you got some Jordans on. If you think you killer because you got some Jordans on, it's like, which ones do you have on? So yeah.
Not which ones.
Which ones do you have on?
They all expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. My shit's the car.
The car.
Car.
Well, I'd rather be that.
I mean, I care. I definitely care about your look because that's where our conversation went to. Like, okay, what's your appearance? But because that can be shallow as fuck. Because it's like that is how others see you versus how I see you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that to a degree. That is shallow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I just thought the car shit was just like, you know what I mean? Like. I don't know. When I was young, like all the niggas had Camaros, so I knew like you didn't really have
Monte
like,
Carlos,
right,
Camaros,
so you didn't really have like
even
the
Hondas.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Hondas.
Not really Hondas though.
Most of the girls started dating the Camaro guy
right,
first.
Camaro, Monte Carlos, F-150s,
F-150s,
Tahoes,
right?
F-150s. Oh
right,
yeah,
for
early
sure.
2000s F-150s.
So we old as a motherfucking shit.
Right.
All up and down Crenshaw.
Right, but
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Ooh, those were good ones.
we're gonna have to put on a little dating show for you if you're interested and have
Yes,
nice teeth.
that's a good idea.
Slide into
First of all,
the DM of
no,
Fallon or I. We will bet you.
No, don't slide
No,
no, we
trust
need to
me.
create a show page or something. You got us fucked up.
It's for her though. So
Okay,
just
all
put
right. Hit us up.
Do
Go
I
on our
sing that?
Instagrams.
What?
No, this
No,
is for you to
matchmaking.
find the perfect.
We could do it for me if she's
Mookie
gonna
is
pass. If she's gonna pass on
Mookie is
opportunity to
available.
get
She's
vetted.
available.
Mookie is looking for the prices.
For
The guy is
any-
right and shit. Not the price is right, but the guy is right.
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 If you're interested and you think you have it
Y'all
together,
gonna have some goons and goblins
and
in
you
my
got
shit.
some
Because I got
and you
all the
have-
goons and all the
you have good
scammers in my
teeth,
shit.
and you have good teeth.
I don't want any scammers. I don't want no
Unless
goons.
we get a bag.
Ah.
EDD scammers. I'm straight.
Right.
That ran out,
Yeah,
girl.
like,
That's why niggas back. That's
they
why
ran
they're
out-
mad now.
they
That
ran out
money is
quick.
gone.
Oh my god! But this was fun. Cheers to our first episode. Y'all fuck with us.
Man, we did that.
We did that for sure. You can follow us. All of our links, our YouTube handles, our Instagram handles will be in our description.
Yes.
And we gonna tap in with y'all. Y'all gonna fuck with us. We gonna fuck with you. You know, follow us individually. I am Chrissy B, even though you guys are going to know me as Christian on the show. I have my glasses on. This is the first time I don't wear my glasses for nothing. I can't see for shit. Y'all should know that by now.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. We at a concert. We might be out and about. I'm mingling. I do not wear my
I
glasses.
miss concerts.
Right.
We
not
should
my
do a
thing.
like podcast concert edition.
Okay. We can talk about it. Let's talk about
I
it.
want to catch that.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, you can follow me individually at I am Chrissy B. IAMKHRISSYB.
All right.
Get familiar. You know, that's my new YouTube series. Nina Deuce. Women in music, men in music. All that. That's me. Val.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us for our first episode. Super excited about that. Google me. And that's not a brag, but just Google Fallon Favors. Anything and everything I'm involved with will come up. My YouTube channel, Baby Mama Chronicles. My Instagram, @OhThat'sFallon. Twitter is @OhThat'sFallon. A lot of dope episodes on the Baby Mama Chronicles. I do floristry as well, @Flower Wild on Instagram. If you guys need flower arrangements, weddings, funerals, anything, just because gifts, because you like your girl, you're trying to get, back in with your girl, whatever you need. I got y'all. And we got some good stuff coming for you guys.
Mook.
Sorry, guys. My family group chat is going up, and it looks as though Oh, that's just my sister saying that she was going to have a Zoom party for her birthday, but I will be in Atlanta this weekend, so that's that.
Happy birthday,
ATL.
Niecy!
Happy birthday,
Niecy!
I will. I heard it's also All-Star Weekend going into the next weekend as well.
Oh, y'all doing that?
But
I'm
it's supposed
turning
to
it
be a
all the way
thing,
up.
But you know, I
COVID friendly
probably
and
will be
shit.
back.
Wear your mask.
Look at that COVID friendly. Look at that. Look at that Grinch. Had to throw it in there.
Right.
For the Lolo.
Yes, but I think I'm gonna return before all that stuff turn up. But
Okay.
yeah. If you don't see my Instagram handle on here, it is I am so LA. One day I'll get into the story behind that. But if you can't find it, just find their page, and I'm not too far behind it.
Straight up.
Like I'll be there. Like I'm not.
Fact.
Going
That's a
anywhere,
fact.
So, if you can't find it through search, it's definitely on one of their pages.
Absolutely. All right. Well, cheers to our new pod home, Morris Media Studios.
Yes.
Shout out to Morris Media.
Yeah. Cheers to
And
that.
they so LA.
So LA.
So
We in the
LA.
district, y'all.
Hey.
That's where we from, by the way. You
If
know,
you know,
represent the
you
Crenshaw
know.
District. If you know, you know. Cheers to that. We're gonna drink our little
Yes, because we're gonna have trio. We're gonna get trio wine.
Trio wine. And we out.
All right, we'll
We
see
love
y'all.
y'all. Peace.